Welcome back to Connections Podcast. I'm Alyssa Wentworth, the social media manager.
And I'm Kayleigh Pylant, the member experience manager. Thanks for joining us for another episode where we break down important financial topics into practical, easy to understand conversations.
Today, we're talking about something that can make a huge difference when life throws you a curveball: the emergency fund.
It's one of the most basic but powerful financial tools you can have. Whether it's unexpected medical bill, a car repair, or even job loss, an emergency fund can help you navigate through those situations without taking on debt.
We'll discuss what an emergency fund is, how much you should save, where to keep it, when to use it, and some tips to help you get started. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is an emergency fund?
An emergency fund is money that you've set aside specifically for unexpected expenses or financial hardships. Think of it as your financial safety net.
The key word there is unexpected.
Exactly. Emergencies can include things like job loss, reduced income, emergency medical expenses, major car repairs, or critical home repairs.
The purpose is to help you cover those costs without relying on credit cards, personal loans, or even dipping into retirement savings.
And that's important because borrowing money during a crisis can make a difficult situation even more stressful.
An emergency fund gives you options, flexibility, and peace of mind when life doesn't go according to plan.
One of the most common questions people ask is, how much should my emergency fund be?
A good starting point is to calculate your essential monthly expenses. These are the expenses you absolutely need to maintain your household.
Those would include things like housing costs, utilities, groceries, transportation, insurance premiums, debt payments, and childcare expenses.
Once you've calculated your monthly essentials, many financial experts recommend saving enough to cover 3 to 6 months of expenses.
Let's use an example. If your essential monthly expenses are $3,000, a 3-month emergency fund would be $9,000.
And a 6 month emergency fund would be $18,000.
Now, hearing those numbers might feel overwhelming to some people.
Absolutely. That's why it's important to remember that building an emergency fund is a process. It's not an overnight achievement.
A great strategy is to start small.
Instead of focusing immediately on saving thousands of dollars, begin with a mini goal of $500 to $1,000.
That amount alone can cover many common emergencies, such as minor car repairs, an unexpected medical expense, or replacing a household appliance.
Once you reach that first milestone, you can continue working towards your longer term goal.
One of the easiest ways to build savings that we have mentioned before in other episodes is through automatic transfers.
Set up a reoccurring transfer from your checking account to your savings account every payday. Even small amounts add up over time.
You can also boost your emergency fund by saving tax refunds, bonuses, incentive payments, or other unexpected income.
And if you pay off a debt or receive a raise, consider directing some of that newly available money towards your emergency savings.
The secret isn't necessarily saving huge amounts all at once, it's consistency.
Not everyone's emergency fund will look the same.
That's right, several factors can influence how much you may want to save.
One major factor is income stability.
For example, someone with a steady salary may have more predictable financial situations than someone who works on commission, has seasonal income, or is self employed.
If your income fluctuates throughout the year, having a larger emergency fund can provide extra security.
Another consideration is family responsibilities.
People with dependents, ongoing medical needs, or additional financial obligations often benefit from having a larger emergency fund because there are simply more variables that could impact their finances.
Workers in specialized industries may also want a larger cushion if finding new employment could take longer during job transitions.
The goal isn't to compare your situation to someone else's, it's to create a safety net that fits your unique circumstances.
Let's talk about one of the most important aspects of an emergency fund, which is knowing when to use it.
A simple test is to ask yourself 3 questions. Was it unexpected? Is it necessary? And is it urgent?
If the answer to all three is yes, it may be appropriate to use your emergency fund.
Some good examples include emergency medical bills, job loss or a sudden reduction in income,
Essential home repairs such as roof leaks, furnace failure, or plumbing emergencies, and necessary vehicle repairs that you need to get to work or handle daily responsibilities. This is where people sometimes get tripped up.
not every unexpected expense qualifies as an emergency.
Vacations are a great example. Even if a trip opportunity appears suddenly, it's not a financial emergency.
The same goes for holiday shopping, planned expenses, and lifestyle upgrades.
Maybe you want the newest smartphone, upgraded furniture, or a larger television. Those may be nice to have purchases, but they're not emergencies.
And here's a simple rule of thumb: if you could reasonably plan and budget for it, it's probably not an emergency.
Keeping that distinction clear helps ensure your emergency fund is available when you truly need it.
Once you started saving, the next question is where to keep the money.
The answer comes down to balancing accessibility and safety.
Your emergency fund should be easy to access when needed, but protected from unnecessary risks.
Some popular options include high yield savings accounts, money market accounts, and federally insured savings accounts.
These types of accounts generally allow quick access to your money while helping you earn some interest along the way.
What should you avoid?
Investing your emergency fund in stocks or other market based investments. Market values can fluctuate, and you don't want your emergency savings to lose value right before you need it.
It's also not ideal to lock all of your emergency savings into long term certificates of deposit that are difficult to access.
And while keeping a small amount of cash at home may be reasonable, storing large amounts there can create security risks.
The best emergency fund is separate from your everyday spending account, but is still available when you need it.
As we wrap up, let's review the key takeaways.
First, start where you are. A small emergency fund is better than no emergency fund.
Second, build consistency through automatic savings and intentional planning.
Third, keep your emergency fund accessible but separate from your daily spending money.
And finally, use it only for true emergencies and replenish it as soon as possible after using it.
Remember, an emergency fund isn't just another savings account.
It's a financial safety net that can provide confidence and peace of mind when life takes an unexpected turn.
The goal isn't to eliminate every financial challenge.
It's to be prepared enough that an unexpected event becomes an inconvenience rather than a financial crisis.
Taking small, consistent steps today can create greater financial stability tomorrow.
Thanks for listening. We hope this conversation helps you feel more confident about building your own emergency fund.